Welcome to the Lisa Goodman Show. And every week I have the honor of interviewing a game changer in the wellness arena. And today I have Vicky Vlachonis. And she is an osteopath. She does craniosacral work. I actually have not had anyone on my show that does this work. And I think this work is so crucial and important for everyone to know about. So I'm really excited to talk to her about listening to pain in the body. And one of the things she says is pain is good. Vicky.
Hi.
Hi. Pain is good. Like people are going to go, what?
So following writing the book, The Body Doesn't Lie,
Right.
It was a 3-step program: reflect, release, radiate. Kind of take a step back and listen to your body. I think we spend so much time in our mind
Right.
that we have to listen. So what are the signals our body's giving us? And for some people, it's like, it might be a headache and it's like, hold on a second. Have I checked my neck, or am I low in vitamin D? Have I been to my doctor, or am I clenching my jaw? Am I angry with my fiance, or not living my passion, or feeding my emotions? What is happening?
Yeah, or not happy, not feeling my heart, like not just being a robot, right, in the world.
Exactly.
And you're trying to get people not to do that, like just take a step back.
Take a step back and listen and be kind of your own pain investigator.
Yeah,
And understand what you're putting in your body matters.
right.
So
In every way, food and just
how you move, how you think, how you feel. Are you meditating?
emotions. Okay.
Are you taking just 12 minutes a day to be mindful, to listen to your breath, to feel your body?
Why are you saying 12 minutes? Why is that your
So
magic?
UCLA did a research and
Okay.
said, actually, if we meditate, so if we call it meditation, mindfulness, being present, even feeling your body, scanning your body, like now I'm sitting on this chair and I'm starting to ground
That's what we
myself.
were doing earlier.
Like,
I was like,
take a deep breath.
Yeah.
Okay, we're here.
right, right,
And I'm grateful that we're here.
right.
And my body has to be present and my mind has to be here. So how do we help people make the mind-body connection?
Right. And that, so you doing osteopath work and craniosacral work, most people don't know what that is. Can you just explain that in a nutshell, or is that?
So I studied in England and everybody in the UK has an osteopath. So
Okay.
it's a combination of muscle testing, checking the muscles, the joints, looking at the function of the structure of the body, and analyzing, seeing, is there a stagnant energy? Is there something blocked? So, for example, somebody walks into my office and they have neck pain.
Right.
But I need to check, have they got leg length difference? You know, have they had any trauma as a child and now they're walking into my office and their neck is there to remind them
Right.
that they haven't gone to the gym or they haven't done their yoga exercises or stretched or whatever it is for somebody that they love to do. It might be going for a hike.
Right.
So the body, again, pain is good because it reminds you to check in with yourself. Am I eating the wrong food? So yes, I'm eating all these sugars that are increasing inflammation. And we know, and research has shown, especially being an ambassador at UCLA's Digestive Diseases Division,
Which I love.
the gut is the second brain, but we feel it. It's in our gut. But what are we putting into our body to actually cause this headache or this discomfort? And maybe it's not your food, because maybe you're very healthy and you eat foods that your body's happy.
Right.
Your bowels are moving. We want to make sure those bowels are moving because the gut-brain connection is all about, you know, I was brought up with a mother who's a guru years ago in Greece. She taught me yoga, meditation, but
Wow.
hold on, you haven't passed your bowels. You're moody. Hold on a second.
So she could tell when you hadn't gone to the bathroom. I love it.
And now we do research in UCLA that the gut, the microbiome, those cells in the gut
Yeah.
can increase inflammation, can prevent disease. Like, where is the future of wellness? We're trying to understand that food is medicine, and you know, you do these amazing cleanses and you know what you're putting in your body.
Yeah. Trying to go that way, trying to feed the gut and feed the body and get nutrients at a cellular level. But you were saying earlier was interesting, like about coming in with a neck pain. And so it sounded like you also deal emotionally with these clients, like the trauma you were talking about. Maybe they had some trauma in their past, you know, that they hadn't dealt with, right? So not just the physical pain, but the emotional pain. So you do both.
Yes,
right?
because the body has a memory and the brain has a memory. And, yes, you might have had a car accident, or there might have been a divorce or a death or a mourning, and you haven't really processed the actual, emotion, event, or really faced your pain to be able to release it, to be able to radiate that balance between physical and emotional. And we all have it. We're scared, there's anger, there's moodiness, but we have to understand, where do we feel our pain? So for somebody with neck pain, yes, it could be a trauma, or it could be the fact that, they're holding a heavy bag at the office with their laptop and they're not mindful of what they're doing. So they're rushing every morning, heavy rucksack, and that's causing pain in their shoulder. Or it could be the fact that they're unhappy in their life, and boom, like I get people who come into my office, car accident. And I'm like, okay, you're alive, you're here today. But what's really happening? Because you're not listening. And now
you can tell that. You can tell.
Straight away. Well, I mean, I have been doing this for nearly 20 years.
Yes, so you really can't tell.
So even from the Royal Ballet School, Lion King, Cats, I always wanted to dig deeper to the pain. It might be somebody's left ankle. But that meridian, that reflexology point or acupuncture point on the ankle is saying to me, hold on a second, this is connected to the person's ovary.
Interesting.
So why are you working on my ankle?
You could tell that when you're working on them.
Well, I would investigate. I would want to know, okay, you've sprained your ankle. But this is happening now.
Over and over again.
And yes, and you're not listening. Okay, you're a beautiful ballerina, but what are you eating? If you're taking these pills to numb the pain, you haven't had a period, your vitamin D is low, you're in an uncomfortable relationship, and now your body's breaking down. So let's take care and be kind to our body.
Now, what's the difference between, we were talking earlier, chiropractic and osteopath and craniosacral work?
I think osteopathic adjustments, we in England, is similar to it's a kind of a gentle form of chiropractic work.
It's not cracking then.
Yes, we do spinal adjustments, which is very gentle. It's maybe a gentle way of looking at it. The craniosacral, we have our occiput and our sacrum. So actually it's a very gentle, we treat babies, pregnant women. So if you can't see a chiropractor, or if you're scared to get an adjustment, we take a full case history. We look at their history of pain. So is it a chronic pain? Has it been going on for more than 3 months? But the craniosacral is a very gentle form of balancing the energy, so the fluid running up and down your spine. And people can actually feel heat. They can feel a tingle. People fall asleep. So it's kind of like relaxing. Not a luxury. It's a necessity.
I know. We think of it as a luxury, I think, here in this country, that kind of work. But
or maybe in Beverly Hills.
I think it's a necessity. I think for everyone that is so important.
Because you talk to a therapist and you talk about your emotions, and you have somebody who helps you clear your thoughts. But what about clearing it from your mind and then clearing it from your body? Because our emotions live in our nervous system. They run up and down our spine. So some people get low back pain. And they're like, well, yes, I have low back pain because I wore high heels, and I haven't been to the gym, and I'm drinking too much or eating the wrong food. So it's kind of like you reset your body the way you reset your mind with a therapist. It's being kind to your body.
No, I mean, that is so beautiful. I mean, I feel like everyone needs a little of that every once in a while, or even more often when you do have pain, because we are masking it with just, pills and different, and also I know my fiance has had a lot of pain over his lifetime, and he used to say to me, thank God I have a high pain tolerance. And I'd be like, that's not a good thing, is it?
I know, sometimes. I know. I look back to I treat all these beautiful pregnant women, and then I'm like, I didn't even want to use any medicine while I was pregnant. I was like, I didn't want to have any while I was in birth, in labor. I was like, I'm going to do this natural because I'm so strong. And I'm like, wow, I can't believe I put myself into this. But as long as people don't ignore a headache.
What headaches are, you mentioned it a couple times. Are headaches really something to focus on? What are some of the things, that we should not ignore? I see people with headaches, panic attack, anxiety, so it can start with a headache. It can be as simple as
you got to go and check your bite alignment because your bite is off. So you're clenching from all the stress, causing neck pain, causing a headache in your temporal.
Yeah.
You could have a sinus infection. So maybe, I'm always the pain investigator.
When someone comes in and you ask those questions,
well, I need to know, obviously, if they've had a trauma, an injury, what's really been going on. But I do muscle testing, and that kind of gives me
that's great.
a way. I mean, I go into people's mouths, I stretch their bite, I realign their spine and gently try to calm down the nervous system. And sometimes the pain can be emotional, so it can start to calm down and disappear.
Once you do that. And they don't even have to go to the dentist or other places. They could get that relief from you.
The thing is, sometimes, because we have so much stress, we forget to go to see the dentist or check our bite alignment or check if we need a mouth guard. And it's as simple as, somebody might be getting a migraine type headache. There's so many different types of headaches.
Right.
But I always say, let's start with the structure, because structure governs function.
Exactly.
Yep. And positive movement leads to positive emotions.
Right. Ah, that's so beautiful. Maybe some people don't need all the therapy. I mean, it is important, but maybe it's just really getting themselves back in their body. Right?
Yes, and I think that's key to meditation and mindfulness is just, feeling the emotion and doing the body scanning.
Where do I feel it? Where is it really coming up?
Well, connecting, feeling, scanning your body, then going back into the mind and choosing the emotion that you want to acknowledge without judging yourself. Just saying, okay, today I'm scared, so it's fear.
Yeah.
So let me just sit with the fear.
And not be afraid of the fear.
Exactly.
Right? Not run away.
Exactly. It's hard.
Which is what most people do.
That's what we do. But I think as we get older, we evolve, we learn so much, and we're like, okay, now am I going to decide to talk to the negative person in my mind or take that positive, inspirational person?
Right. And that's where, like you said, the mindfulness, the meditation comes in.
The
tools. You learn that part, the tools that you have. What about the panic and anxiety? Because that is rampant. All the time I'm talking to women, even friends of mine lately, that are like, I'm having a panic attack. I'm so anxious. And why am I so anxious later in my life? Because things are good.
Yes, I think, it's looking at it again, taking a holistic approach. Where am I in life? So what is pain trying to teach me? Is it that I'm not sleeping those 8 hours every night, or having an Epsom salt bath to calm down my nervous system? Therefore, I'm waking up and not taking even 12 minutes to be mindful, to pray, meditate, just be grateful. So am I rushing? Am I eating the right food? Am I moving my body? Am I being kind? Just taking a holistic approach and saying, hold on a second, why is this happening to me? My body is talking to me.
Right.
And for some women, it might be the fact that they haven't seen their gynecologist. They haven't gone for their checkup. They haven't actually, seen an osteopath to realign the spine, to help the blood flow to the diaphragm. Or it could be they're having neck pain and that C345 is blocked in their neck, causing the phrenic nerve into the diaphragm. Fight or fright, we want to pick up the kids or drop the kids to school. Sometimes what I do is I try to wake up earlier.
An hour in the household?
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's why I do my 5 Tibetan poses, just a simple yoga flow.
Yeah.
To just keep me grounded, remind me that this is going to be a good day. I'm a better mom, I'm a better osteopath. I feel I'm grounded.
Yeah.
So it builds that resilience, no matter what's going to happen.
You can do it.
You could do it. But I think it's not neglecting that panic attack.
Yeah. And really paying attention.
And of course, for somebody's panic, it might be palpitations, so they might have a thyroid issue, so they need to go back to their endocrinologist. It's kind of becoming your own
doctor. Pain doctor, right?
Yes, just knowing that, hold on, I've got to go back to my doctor because
something doesn't feel
I need somebody to listen to me or look at my blood test. The blood test won't lie.
Right.
Where am I? Okay, I'm okay.
So how did you get involved with UCLA's Digestive? That's
Diseases division.
Yes, I love that because we were talking, that is where it all happens.
Yeah, so for years I used to travel from London to LA, and most of my patients in England would come and get their checkups at UCLA.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
So I was blessed. I've met Dr. Eric Israelian, Dr. Nancy Jaffe, and I've learned so much more about what's really happening inside the microbiome.
Yeah.
Just understanding the body better. My mom would say to me, well, you can't eat those sugary Greek cakes that Granny made because that's giving you eczema. That's causing your body sensitive. So what is happening? Yes, you might not have celiac disease and have to be gluten-free, but maybe let's stop the pasta and see how does your body feel.
And
so I was lucky to have a mom.
Okay. And you did that and things got better, right?
Yes.
You saw the results.
Yes. And I went through some things that, while I was even studying as an osteopath, I realized, I had the back pain and my bowels weren't moving and I was had these issues, but I think I was lucky to have East and Western medicine be married together, and an amazing mom who always put me in the positive and always said, well, be kind to your body. Your body's not a rubbish bin. Don't reach out for those sodas. Maybe just have some water with lemon and see how you feel.
So did you always kind of follow that healthy trend and what she was saying, or did you go back and forth between not healthy?
I did until I had my eczema, until I had my
issues, stomach digestion issues.
Yeah, more endometriosis and polycystic ovarian, and then and I was scared. But I think eating healthy, exercising, meditating, and trusting doctors who have been amazing.
Yeah,
and I think that's where wellness is moving, to be transparent.
Yeah.
So I think what's amazing about UCLA is understanding that, again, as we say, food is medicine. And Hippocrates said that.
Right. A long time ago.
The Greeks knew.
Yes,
everything.
they did. They really.
I think it's combining and understanding why aren't we looking at the gut
more than we have in the past.
Yes.
Yeah, agreed. What are some of the gut issues that are most prevalent?
I think sometimes what I realize with some of my patients after they see a registered dietitian and kind of keep a food journal. So In the Body Doesn't Lie, have a food journal about how do you feel, what are you eating, make the connection. And then having an assessment with a registered dietitian or a nutritionist to make the connection first of all, and know that this could be the fact that you're overloading yourself with supplements that could be hurting your gut.
True.
Or, there's probiotics, but maybe that doesn't work for you.
Right.
Your body needs a Greek yogurt, or, that has that 1.2 billion.
Maybe they don't need 100 billion, right?
Yes.
Probiotics that they're on the market, or 150.
Yes, and how much actually is in that yogurt?
I know, right.
And they did a study in UCLA, I think for 9 weeks, it was a 9-week schedule where women ate a yogurt every day, and slowly their moods changed. They started getting rid of their antidepressants and realized that they were feeling stronger. So more and more.
And just, I think I read that. Was there 2 groups, one that didn't eat probiotic yogurt and the one that did? And
yes.
Yeah, that's so, I know. And it's simple as that. It's just you're right, doing those tests and seeing what does work for you food-wise.
And I think the Mediterranean diet, I think, is still at the top, reducing cardiovascular risk disease, with the olive oil, just eating more olive oil, but understanding, we need those natural good fats. Because in Greece, they lived on the island of Ikaria, they live to 115.
There's something to that.
Is it the olive oil and the nuts?
Yeah.
And the more the vegetables, yes.
Yeah, a little bit of less, a happier.
Jumping in the ocean.
Right, exactly, the sun, the vitamin D. Well, it was such a pleasure, and it went by way too fast because I'd love to ask you a million more questions. But I ask all my guests at the end if they had to sum up their mission in one word. What would yours be?
To help people feel better. So feel better.
Yeah. Feel their best.
Yes.
Oh, and feel, right.
Feel,
and actually
feel.
Feel what feeling is.
Yes.
Because you don't really know how to feel. That is so interesting. A lot of people don't, when you ask them how they are, it's they just don't, it's just a mind thing instead of oh, how am I really? Do I feel good? Do I not?
I love that.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.